What's up, guys? So today we got base Alshon Jeffery, 86 overall, vertical scheme style, 6'3", 85 speed, 90 catch, 92 release, 86 jump, 90 catch in traffic, 91 spectacular, 67 elusiveness, and 89 route running. Now he has some amazing catching stats, man. Almost all of his catching stats are in the 90s or above, and his route running is really the only thing that's down there at an 89, but even that's still pretty high. So very anxious to get him on the field when I got him. And the route running, as you would expect, was very solid, especially against zone. As you see here, he's getting amazing separation, but for whatever reason, in man-to-man, it was not as effective. Well, not that crazy. I mean, in zone, obviously, they're not playing, right, like right in your face. But as you see here, in man-to-man, just watch out, because sometimes, like right here, that should have been picked off. Just watch out when it's route running in man-to-man. And you guys know how I feel about the release, and Alshon Jeffery was no different. You see right here, beats the corner like it was nothing. When I see that guy pressing in man-to-man, I'm putting him on a streak or a fade and watch him do work. And the spectacular catch, 91 spectacular, showed up a lot more than I thought it would, especially in just a mini review. So, and of course, Alshon Jeffery will be on the far left for most of this review, so you guys know where to find him. When it came to the deep ball, he was just slightly above average. He didn't really do anything that amazing, which I guess says a lot about Madden 17. The aggressive catch is absolutely toned down. We all know that. So of course he was not a garbage. Like I said, he was just slightly above average. So the only time I would recommend throwing him a deep ball is like on first down, because I really don't recommend trying to throw to him deep on like third or fourth down in a clutch situation. When it came to the one-on-ones on the sideline, he was absolutely better at this than the deep ball, but I'm not trying to say he was a savage either. Just like the deep ball, don't throw to him on the sideline if it's like 3rd and 9 or 4th and 4 or whatever. If it's 1st and 10 or 2nd and 10, go for it. Otherwise, don't. You see him right here on the far left, chase that corner down, down the field. And as usual, if he was going up against a corner or even a safety, he did okay. But if it's linebacker, believe me, they were block shedding him like crazy. So if you see he's matched up with the linebacker, don't test that too often. And of course, he had his bad plays. Whether it was the deep ball, the one-on-ones, wherever it may be, he had his bad plays. So even though his catching stats were very attractive, they were not unstoppable. There were times where he would catch the ball high, like right here, and then drop it at the last second. Those passes are very annoying because they tease you into thinking that he caught it. But there is one thing that he did that was very consistent with me, that I found the best way to use him. And what he did best, in my opinion, was throwing across the middle, just like legend Herman Moore, but of course not as good. And for whatever reason, throwing to the sideline, throwing deep, he was not clutch in either of those situations for whatever reason. But throwing across the middle, those throwing stats really showed up. I'm not sure why that was. So the only time I recommend leaning on Jeffery in a clutch situation would be throwing across the middle. And he is a very big target, 6'3". If someone is using a linebacker to cover the middle, throw the ball high and watch him come down with it more often than you would think. So even though he may not be the most beastly receiver out there, he is very dependable going across the middle. So if you pick him up, use him however you want to, but this may be the best way to use him, in my opinion. So all in all, guys, a pretty decent receiver, and also not even that expensive. He goes for like what, 30k, 32k. If you're lucky, like on the weekends, he'll drop to like 26, 27k. So I feel that he is worth that price, because that's not a bad price at all. And of course, as time goes on, it's just going to keep dropping. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap this up. My next video is going to be the Khalil Mack versus Man of the Month, Von Miller. Who's the better pass rusher? That one could possibly drop tonight, but most likely tomorrow. But anyways, guys, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, to spread awareness, comment, to voice your opinion, and subscribe so you'll be up to date with the content when it drops. And I will see you boys later. Peace.